anointed this time. I know starting those full reads has been difficult for some reason lately. Yeah, off-putting or just distracted with other things maybe. Yeah, it happens. Right, well that's what I think they're trying to get through to the public. I mean, people in those branches understand that. It's just a matter of the public understanding those things and how you can't do anything about it when you have these high level hostage situations. To us, those children are being held hostage by Hamas right in front of our faces, and you can't do anything about it. And for people to understand that and the level of abuse that does take place, the networks and stuff that's connected to. Yeah, well, when you get into that, a lot of it, it's so innocent. So many people not really breaking the law or just kind of playing along with the fake stuff or the pranks or doing important investigations. It depends on, where you're at. That's going to be believable to you too, right? Oh, yes. Right, so when you understand that and how they're getting away with those things, and then even when you get to that level where a lot of it is circumstantial, and when you get that with other high level hostage situations, right, that's why you hear about these things, all of a sudden a school being blown up, a church. Yeah, I think people are kind of coming to grips with that and those understandings. And again, what do you do? Trying to maybe get that understanding to more the public people involved with those communities and situations who are blindly protecting them for other reasons and desperately trying to prove us to be crazy. It's very scary to us. Nice cool breeze. He is having some strawberry ice cream right now. He went with pizza. Ice cream and pizza. So many options, right? You like breakfast pizza? Yeah. Oh, that sounds good with maple syrup. Yummy. Yeah, just about bringing the awareness. For us, we've been in acceptance and at peace and horrified for years. It takes our breath away. How sad and disturbing, and we've seen it in other situations, and how many times it doesn't turn out good. For the innocent children, usually, yeah. You see a lot of murder-suicides in these situations. Yeah, so we're at peace with that, and we've mentioned that. It's just about bringing the awareness to the public and trying to expose these networks at the root system so people get how they're getting away with it and how that affects people all up and down the systems, all the way to the top, to the gutters. And there's a lot of people in the middle who profit greatly from a lot of those programs, investigations, grants, funding, laboratory experiments. I know for some reason the perfume and prescription people seem to be pretty closely knit. Some of them, not all of them, some of them. Oh yeah, the Egyptian goddess one is nice. I like that one. That's not really a perfume though yet. It's more of an oil. Butterfly. It smells so nice. It's subtle but strong and it's relaxing. Yeah, I love it.
He is. He is. But in a functioning democracy, he still would not be able to get away with this.
After her foul-mouthed, ghetto-like tirade against the US president, Jasmine went on the attack, this time with the Supreme Court, making all sorts of wild claims.
But most importantly, the courts, especially the Supreme Court, is complicit. And so I think one of the places that we have to start is we are absolutely, they are the highest court in the land, and they have no ethics guardrails. Now you go down to the lower courts, and they do. How much sense does that make? When we know that they're taking money,
when people know who they get peddled and sponsored by, right, they're just spouting exactly what they've been doing to so many American people, the public, people all over the world. It's sad. It's really sad. It's worse than Nellie Olson. My goodness. Insane. Forgive them. Help them. Someone. I think just people calling it out in a non-offensive, defamatory, right, don't say anything that could be racist. Sometimes just speaking to a certain person from a certain stance, it's considered racist. What's black and white and red all over it? The newspaper. Oh, good. I'm glad you remembered. Yeah, just reading a little bit of the news. Yeah, no, this is actually on camera, the video. Not live, no. No, I said we were going to start our full read on YouTube. Sorry about the beginning here. I know, I get lost in my own headspace sometimes, and I could really care less whether that's running or not. Something's always kind of rolling and witnessing, right? Yeah. 'Cause you are the sun, little darling. You are the sun. It's alright. Yeah, and understanding those things too, thank you. Exactly, with the private investigator, the different drug investigations, stuff like that. The suicides, the overdoses, a lot of freak accidents. Yeah, we do think it's important understanding those things, and it helps people to understand a lot of the crossed wires within our systems, FBI, CIA, 7-Eleven stings, secret security, protecting certain entities. Right, so when you understand that and what actually happened here, and with the private investigator, it helps them to kind of exactly maybe step back a little bit and help to bring awareness to what's happening. Right, they can justify, and that's what they do, and of course you can't blame them. They want to justify what they believed, and they really thought they were just helping to protect certain this and that, and these investigations were going on. And then for that thing who wants to do really good things and not get looked at in a bad light, can feel that way when it realizes, oh, I was helping some really evil things. which helps some other really even more evil things slip through the grates behind those curtains and veils. So that's why we say there's no blame, and we understand the confusion. We just want to help the kids in the burning car. It can be very difficult when people can't even accept the truth, and when and if they do, it's all about them justifying their beliefs and what I know, Hitler, stop it. Us too, sometimes we get called that all the time in some of their worlds, because sometimes to them, us speaking out too much is doing bad, because it sets off the punks and the idiots who make threats, pretty bad stuff, like cutting power sources. They poison our water supplies. We see murder-suicides all the time. Yeah, so hopefully the people in this community are waking up to that. Yeah, so many have been exhausting their efforts just being present, really, in the foxhole. I mean, foxholes can look a lot different depending. Yeah, reporting stations and foxholes definitely have evolved. The capabilities, just like anything else, you wouldn't think possible. How cool. I know, right? You go from thinking, they don't pay me enough, to, should I be paying for this? Are we on a ride? I'm so I'm so sorry. You kind of have to have that in these worlds. It saves us from falling into pits of despair. Thank you for understanding.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place. This crispy chicken is from a taco place. The taco place? Taco place.
Yeah, we're gonna play some classical music and start the book. I don't know how much space we have on here. Oh my gosh, we're already 11:55.
Pockets to clean deep.
Yeah, 12 minutes in and we have not even started reading. What was I talking about for 12 minutes? I told you to tell me to shut up when she does that. Oh, you did? I didn't listen. She does that too. To not do is to do. I got the oven beeping at me. He wants the deep dish. I think the Red Baron is the best bang for your buck and quality. Yeah, he loves them. They're his favorite. I've tried him the Screamin' Sicilian and some of the other ones, Stalfers, DiGiorno. He hates DiGiorno. I don't know why. I remember trying DiGiorno way back. It's been at least 15, 20 years, yeah. I remember trying the DiGiorno pizza though, and I thought the dough tasted just, gross. I didn't like it. Oh, full read. We're not doing a random. I was about to do guess when. Okay, The Unanointed. I love this book. Isn't it awesome? I know I've already shown you, but I'll show you. Oh, we have new ones I haven't seen it. See? You're welcome. See this over here? This is David's Jerusalem. Unfinished Walls in David's Reign. Yeah, the old North Gate right here. I know, how cool is that? City of David, David's Tomb Reservoir, Palace of David, Mount Moriah, Damascus Gate, Milo. It's so cool. I know, I always want to be so careful with it because it's literally crumbling apart. This page is about to fall out completely. Crown Publishers Incorporated, a novel by Lorene Chin, Chinn, The Unanointed, to Harry, Elizabeth, and Wanda, who each in a different way contributed so much to the writing of this novel. 1958, printed in the United States of America. Forward. Of the thousands of men and women whose lives were bound up in the career of David of Israel, none touched him more closely than Job, his kinsman and commander. Job it was who enabled David to capture Jerusalem in a single night without a major battle. In addition, Job led David's armies, killed 4 public enemies, and interfered frequently and memorably in the affairs of David's sons. Of Job's public life, much is recorded. Of his private life, almost nothing is known. Many characters found in these pages lived in David's household and served in his armies. Some are completely fictional, a few familiar figures were omitted, and their essential acts ascribed to others in the story. They took out some figures and ascribed their acts to others, very common, yes, especially with those kind of writings and affairs, yeah. Since many major characters in David's period bore similar names, Ashael, Ashahel. I want to see how the computer says that. I know, well, there's 4 different ones in class, and they all say that's how to say it, like Ashiel, Ashael, Ashael. Okay, I'm looking this one. I want to see what they say. Yeah, you can look at different word pronouncers. Yeah, I hope they do kind of more of like a mainstream kind of apps with that. Oh, they do. I don't really see too many of those, and you can have it kind of speak in someone else's. Yeah. Where is the sound? Right, like how it talks in different accents or something. Yeah, and you can make it sound like the president or anything like that. What's that? Oh, well, I mean, if that got used in that kind of a level of thing, they have people that can tell the difference pretty easily. Anyway. Why won't it pronounce this for me? English. It's not talking to me. No, it will not say it to me, and it actually brought me to some site about an LLC. Is that a kind of a business? Air Clear? Air Clear LLC. What's that? I don't know. I just wanted it to say the word, and it won't say the word for me, but it brought me to some kind of a Air Clear site. Looks like they're located in Old Field Point Road in Elkton, Maryland. What do they do? Air pollution control. Oh, that's for industrial applications. Air Clear Engineers fabricates, installs, and services custom emission control systems including oxidizers and filtration units designed for process compatibility, regulatory compliance, and long-term performance. Talk to an expert. Okay, so can you say the word for me now?
Asahel.
Asahel. That's the way you said it.
Asahel. Asahel. Asahel.
What were we saying? Asayu. Oh, it's funny. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry for that too. Whoops. Oh yes, we will finish reading the book. Asahel. Asahel, Abishai, and Anom are here called Asa, Seth, and Reba. That's easier. Readers will have to do the best they can with Abigail, Abathar, Absalom, Abshihag, and Adonijah. The term cousin is frequently used in its more general sense of kinsman. It may mean cousin, or, as in the case of Job and David, nephew and uncle. In the Jerusalem scenes, the locations of the Dung Gate and the Fountain and Rogel were shifted to opposite sides of the lower city. The location and description of Milo follows one of several contradictory sources. The building program ascribed to David was, in part, the work of Solomon. With these exceptions, the topographical and historical references will be found to agree with modern atlases and commentaries, at least insofar as they agree with one another. Lorraine Chambers Chin, Borger, Texas. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I see that, thank you. We got through the foreword, 24 minutes. That didn't take long. The Wilderness, Part 1. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Job straightened slowly till gripping the knife. He relaxed his hold on the bone handle with conscious effort. He felt the fading of hatred, the sharp onset of remorse. "You're dead," Job told the huddled figure. "In death, as in life." Lem's jaw hung slack. Remorse mounted. Life is good in the Bethlehem pastures. The sun in the face at dawn, the shine of stars by night. These are good. And after the sheep have been driven into the fold, when their silly bleating ends and silence begins, this moment is very good. Lem, too, had known the sights, the sounds, the earthly odors of the pastures, and the arid, acrid breath of the wilderness stretching out to the Dead Sea. The arid, acrid, A-C-R-I-D. Acrid or acrid? Acrid? Acrid. I think it's acrid. A-C-R-I-D. What do you think? You want to make a bet? I'm going with acrid. Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right. We'll finish that in a few minutes.